Yeah. I was going to discount that book for that very reason as well. I doubt that.
Within the library, and if we can't get there now, so
no. We have shadow walked to the library previously. That's how we fixed it. We shadow walked there.
Oh, okay.
As an aside.
Which library are you talking about?
The library inside the painting. The great
so we had
old
this
library.
painting that was a giant trump card that
Right,
got
okay.
destroyed. Then the trump card was that painting was painted by Justice Swift.
So what other books do we have in our possession that...
Oh, let's look through our list of crap too. We can, maybe it's in there.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I'm not aware of anything, but you never know until we look. We have a house in Amber now?
Yeah.
Okay. Outside of the castle?
Yeah. Here's a trump of it.
Okay.
Oh, yes. It's much easier to get there now.
Nice. Just, yeah. Oh, speaking of trumps, did Freddie tell you I've got a trump to Shutterworth?
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And if Raslin wasn't here with us, I would have suggested we go there, but...
Well, don't let me stop you.
No. Because there's so many questions as to if it is the Earth we are from, but the other thing of going there is to get access to medical equipment so we can do some gene testing and DNA testing on ourselves.
Well, that sounds interesting. To get further at the nature of this place?
And of ourselves. As in, we're the blood of Amber, but how are we the blood of Amber? Are we like brothers and sisters, unbeknownst to ourselves? Or has our DNA been manipulated? That sort of stuff. Or are we distantly related? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it goes to an apartment that Random has in Chicago.
Oh, he's got an apartment in Chicago, eh?
Yep. Oh, he's probably got a couple. He's probably got a few places in Chicago. What have you worked anything out about your ring?
No, that's one of the things I wanted to do while I was here. I wanted to get like one of those monocles for jewel crafting, and I wanted to check it out.
A loop.
Yeah.
A jeweler's loop.
Yeah, jeweler's loop.
Yep.
Yeah, so Logan, while we're here, I want to get a jeweler's loop so I can look into the gem a bit.
Give me a luck roll at half, see if anybody's got something like that. They're happy to give it up for some sack time, if they do.
Got the luck roll.
Not a half? Okay.
No.
They don't have it, but you could get laid.
I mean, can I use one? Like, I don't need to keep it.
No, the jeweler's loop. The problem is that the optics are rather small and stuff. They're not good at small glass here.
Okay.
You could try your handmade loop, jeweler's loop.
Mm.
Exactly.
I look real carefully in there.
Sure. Give me a spot in the quarter, you freak of nature.
Nah.
Yeah, I know.
Not at a quarter. Okay.
Well, you said there was like, what is it? Like you said a panther in there, or what was the?
A leaping panther.
So if you look real closely, I show it to him. Use your finger. You can see a
Yep.
leaping panther inside there.
I'll have a close look.
Sure. Are you attempting the Fulton finger?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Go ahead and give me a spot at a quarter to get more than like, it looks just like some sort of flaw or imperfection in the form of a leaping panther. It's neat, but you don't know why.
Have a Joe wrestling. Have a go wrestling. You never know. You might be able to spot
Yeah, let me have
something
a
like
look
that.
here. I'll have a Captain Cook.
Let's see the finger. There you go.
There you go.
That's
Now
it.
you see it.
That's it.
We call that the Fulton finger. Yeah. No,
Almost half.
almost. All right. Yeah, it just looks like an interesting flaw in the stone.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Is that leaping panther look like any heraldry that we've seen from Amber at all, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys managed to distract yourself away from the big clue thing?
No.
Oh.
We're attacking multiple things.
So maybe. Got it.
Well, I
have
honestly
no
cannot
idea.
think of a spell book from anywhere. Like, and I know it's gonna be one of those things. It's like, oh, that. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It will be, and you'll be fucking livid.
Maybe it's got something to do with your spaceship.
No, I don't think so.
I've lost all those. Then I consulted the spell book, the most unlikely book, and therein found the answer. Well, there's the library in Burlington.
No spell books in there.
No. So
Plus, all the books are blank, if you recall.
Yes.
Which I agree would make them unlikely, but
yes, exactly. I'm not aware of any. I don't know. Is there any books in this building? I'm not aware of any that people have gotten.
no, all the books that are in this area came from your library.
Yeah.
And they're mostly books on like how to get horses to fuck for fun and profit.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if the tarot deck would be considered a spell book. No.
So if I understand correctly, and I'm not quite following what you and the doc are looking for. You're looking specifically for a spell book right now?
Well, it says, yeah, then I consulted the spell book, the most unlikely book, and therein found the answer.
Well, maybe you should have another look at that owner's manual for the spaceship, eh? That's a big book that recently came into your possession.
Yeah, it depends on if it by spell book it's actually talking about a book of spells, or if it's, for example, talking about the fact that the words, it could be, like we're saying, could be a dictionary, could be something that that causes spells. It could be the words on the wall in the asylum that were all spelled wrong. It could be, all sorts of different bits and pieces. Yeah, that was the other thing I thought of. Well, but we didn't find any books per se, but there was the paperwork, but there was the words on the wall in the library.
Yeah, can you repeat that to me, what you said?
Then I consulted the spell book, the most unlikely book, and therein found the answer.
The most unlikely book. That's the part that stands out the most.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Seems like a trick.
Yes. Exactly.
The most unlikely book. What's the most obvious book you can think of? You have a training manual from day one?
Nope.
What's
Problem
the
is
bestseller?
normal spell books. If okay, there's a couple of things. One, if it was a magic book, as far as I'm aware, we only have one magic book left in our possession, and that's Doc's book, which you can pull stuff out of, and that's not a spell book. So by that nature, it means it's not a magical book. It's not a grimoire as such, because we don't have any other grimoires. We've lost every other one we've got in our possession, so it's a non-magical book. But the thing is, the question is, I suppose, is it saying it's the most unlikely book because it's not actually a book?
Book of Matches?
You do
No.
have a book of matches on you.
Yes.
I'll look at it. Oh, no, they gave me a box at the store, or did they give me an actual match?
No, it's a little box of matches and stuff. You can rattle them around in there and everything.
Yeah. We'll light up a ciggy.
There you go. It smells like pot in this room for some reason.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
So, the only other book that I can think of is that there was a book on a pedestal in the library at Amber, just chilling. That's the
Was
last
there?
book that I encountered that I can remember.
Okay.
I don't think
recall.
that was anything special.
No, it wasn't. That's why it.
Now, yeah, you're pretty convinced that you would have noticed. Shows him open it up, and there's a fucking cutout page, and it's just laying there. He's like, no, it's more devious than that.
Can I attempt cryptography on the words? I consulted a spell book, the most unlikely, blah, blah, blah. To see if there's
Yes,
some kind of weird message there.
of course you may. I like that kind of paranoid thinking. Despite your failure in it, I'll give you a card for thinking outside the box.
Fancy moves.
That's not a bad card.
Ooh. Most unlikely book. What about those comics we saw at the Super Duper Mart? Maybe it's something like a comic book?
Yeah, but none of them appear to be to do with spell. I mean, we could certainly look at them, but
You have looked at them in the past when you guys first were in Burlington. I believe everybody has at least picked it up, flipped through it, and see if there's anything wild in there, or if they got a bonus to their strength, like in Fallout. And sadly, no.
there was the
Kind of self-help book, a children's book.
Buckaroo Banzai comic we found.
Yeah, it's just a comic.
Yes, exactly. I'm just going off the top of my head different books that we found. Just trying to.
That's not a bad idea.
Just to try and work out. There was the 4 pages I found on the Ghost Dance, but as far as I know, they were either ended up in Red Carpet, or they're
That went away.
still in the
It was a magic
Shadow
book. It went
Academy.
away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I was
they
going to say,
disappeared anyway.
to be fair, though, this is also a place that it's possible to say, we go there now and go.
Yeah.
It's not irradiated or any of that shit.
Yeah.
Is it possibly referring to an audio book or something in digital format? Maybe it's a digital spell book. It's a flash drive. Something implanted in somebody.
Maybe.
Is there
but
any place that has like a spell on the walls even? Like,
there's the. It's not a spell. There's on the wall in the white dove. There is the prophecy per se, poem/prophecy
And that's
about
been
Janet.
carefully investigated numerous times
Yes,
by numerous
exactly.
people.
Exactly. There was the words in the asylum that right at the start that we wandered through. I mean, they were spelt in. We had to spell them out correctly, but I don't know
True,
if.
but you can't get to the asylum as far as
No,
I know.
exactly. That's what I was going to say, but we can't get there.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you possibly could, but
Yeah, I was going to say. Well,
So-
we've still got the black paint, and we've still got the black paint, etc., and the bust. So we could presumably use that to go back there. We've not tried it before, but yes.
I'll let you guys keep brainstorming because I'm fairly certain you're going to get it. But if you don't,
What about some kind of pamphlet? Is there a place where people hand out pamphlets? There's
Not that I
so many of them, people just ignore them.
not that I can think of.
Like a brochure.
no. Yeah, no, not that I can think of. All right. So, Gothic. Is there anything in there that would be considered like a spell book or something that we have? I'm wondering about the painting of the library, even though it's wrecked.
Something about the painting itself.
Well, the painting is like a gate and you go through, but it's like a thing of knowledge. So, it is a source of knowledge. And it's it's a painting of it's a painting of a book, of painting of books as such.
And the place where Kinley's sword was, that's just talking. All that's on the walls is just about the prophecy of Killing Sog, right? Has nothing else.
That's right. Yeah. Yep. All that Hyperborean is just about There was never anything more to it than about the whole thing of the person taking the sword and stuff.
Is there any kind of textbooks or random general journals that you guys might have come across?
Not really, no. We had a whole stick.
Script or an unpublished book.
We did have well, we have had books sort of like that, but they've all been magic books and they've all disappeared.
Hmm.
Like we had a pile of scripts for the King in Yellow, for example, that Doc and I stopped them from performing. There was a book about the Children of Zeus, which is how we travelled to Beastkin again. That book disappeared. Well, there was a couple of copies of that book, but that book disappeared.
I don't see everybody looking super angry, so that means you haven't solved it yet. Cool.
There's the giant book in Smurfville, but that just lets you teleport anywhere. If we could teleport anywhere by getting to that book,
could you get it to teleport us, depending on the nature of how did the book work?
Can I make a memory roll, Logan?
Yes, it was a long time ago.
Success.
It asked in a loud voice, "Where do you wish to go?" And then when you told it, it made a gate.
So if you said where you wanted to go is where the Jewel of Judgment is, would it teleport us there?
We could try.
Yep, we certainly could. I'd like to get better bunny suits than the ones that I believe are there, from my understanding of them.
Bit of bunny suit?
And the insanity's back.
Well, I suppose if you need a better bunny suit, you better go with the best you can find.
Right?
Play immediately. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
5 hero are added to an NPC of the GM
No,
choice.
No.
Perfect.
Oh, somebody just leveled up out there.
Yes, they did. Shows an
I'll be
NPC
right
go. Oh. Yes. Well, unfortunately, Mackay, you do not have the best disguise artists that you know around to make you better bunny suits. And I don't believe that even the great Rasslin Rad bought sewing skill. I'd be rather impressed if you had that as a fucking write-in.
Guys. But
Oh, really?
You any good at it?
Yeah, not really.
Ah.
I'm an amateur.
I was going to say, I do have designed superhero costumes.
That's very specific.
Costume design superhero. Yes, it is. It is due to,
specific.
yes, it's due to Gotham and us having to disguise ourselves as superheroes constantly when we go there, and having to design a superhero costume. We do have some expert tailors on hand at our disposal.
True. But those are pretty specific types of bunny suits, if you recall, and why they are specific types of bunny suits.
I have never been there myself.
Oops.
I've never been to Smurf City. I just know from what others have told me, such as Rock and others, and these guys. So I know that they're bunny suits, like for handing out pamphlets or something, like going like for a particular store. That doesn't mean that we can't do other bunny suits of a similar nature.
Maybe. But you also do recall Rock came back with a very strange sexual deviancy when he went there.
Yeah, but that's Rock.
Right.
He did have a porn star mustache the entire time.
That's true.
And it was because he didn't take gold with him to trade, and he just blew Smurfs just to get stuff.
That's true.
Got nothing to do with the nature of the bunny suits or anything like that. No, they've got anti-aircraft guns, so we couldn't do it that way.
I like his Jason's. This is his first go here, and it's like Smurf suits, blowing Smurfs. What? What kind of weird shit
Alright,
is that?
so I only know this secondhand because I've not been there before. So basically, what it is the Smurf village has evolved into like a 1940s war footing city, and they're fighting the Kepler elves, and with big things about Papa Smurf around, and you've got I can't think what the name of the dude is, the bad guy that created the Smurfs in the first place and whatever, and always trying to get them back. He's got
Gargamel?
some big, Gargamel. He's in the middle of the city, and he's got people.
Real?
Bloody
Take
hell.
card, Jason,
when
for knowing the name.
when the people enter into Smurf City, they appear at Smurf size. So Gargamel's building is really large, and the cat's still around as well. So one of the issues has always been to wait for Gargamel to go to bed, and wait and avoid the cat, and get to the book, and then get to the book. So there's been different methods of people have basically snuck around the cat. They built a meat. They meat sculptured a Smurf and filled it full of ketamine. Or not, sorry, no, it wasn't ketamine. It was diarrhea tablets or something. So which caused Gargamel to cause the cat to shit everywhere and get thrown outside. So yeah, so there's I think there's a minefield or something around it. So there's several issues. There's one, the bunny suits make it hard to move around. The bunny suits are a bit awkward, which is why I was thinking, it'd be good if we could get something better designed, so we could have better
It would,
movement.
but then it might not work for what you need it to work for.
Yes, I know, but I'll need to consult Doc on it because he's actually been there. I haven't, so he's got actual first-hand experience as to how we potentially could do. So we basically need to work out, A, we need to get to his castle. B, we need to work out a way of getting around the cat or dealing with the cat.
Assuming that nobody minds playing a little extra time today, it's looking as though Jason's first adventure might be a very, very memorable one if this goes to where you think it's going to. Jason's like, oh, I'm eating. Oh, I'm ready. Gat, you want to go outside? Outside? You want to go outside? No? Just want to look out the window? Furball. So,
how are you at climbing, Reslin?
I'm a decent climber.
Okay.
Good climber. Good as can be.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, we can get some. We'll probably. I know where there's climbing gear and stuff we can get.
It won't even help you because, well, I'll let you ask Chris about the obstacles.
Remember, it was vines or something you climbed
right.
up, basically.
Yeah. You probably don't want to spend the time putting pitons and shit in.
Oh, just whether or not just. Yeah, I suppose I was just thinking about things like climbing. Yeah, no, they're probably not going to help anyway because of the nature of the vines. Excuse me.
I'm going to say, though.
Extra ropes, and you can create anchors along the way. Make it easier to get down when we're done. Mitigate any damage if you fall. That's the main thing the gear would be for.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I'm impressed with Chris for not punching his monitor. So everybody take a refill, and Chris and Pete, both of you guys take 2 extra cards.
All right. So let's get. Does anybody want spell break?
What's that do?
Break any spell currently on you. Player's choice, which?
Yes.
All
Do you want an opponent fails or a gun foo?
We're doing a refill, so.
Okay.
No, it's just.
So just get rid of everything?
Yeah, anything you don't want. I'm just trying to work out things that might be useful.
Well, also Chris has to brief people on the horrors that will be faced
Yeah,
where
I think
they
I'll
are
go
going.
off everything for
Hold
this.
on.
I'll keep that one. All right. So first of all, the bunny suits, Doc.
The doc ignores you, staring into space.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
the bunny
He's-
suits.
Now, from my understanding, they are awkward.
Yes.
You mean we're actually going to put on these bunny suits you're talking about?
Well, otherwise the Smurfs will kill us unless you're good at disguise and can disguise us as Smurfs.
Fair enough.
Or they'll sodomize you to death.
All right, where's my suit?
So, due to the nature of the suits, do you think there's a way we could get new suits made that won't be as awkward, or because of what they're what they're designed as, that won't work? You having experienced the suits and seen how they're set up.
They're just like furry suits, right, Logan?
They're special mascots of a certain restaurant chain, and they're all exactly the same. So if you were to get a special bunny suit, it would look different. Right. But if you'll remember, the power of these bunny suits is that nobody wanted to talk to you, period, because they thought you'd give them a leaflet.
Ah, okay. So we need to use those because that's kind of the magic of not paying attention to you.
Okay.
All right, I have
Now,
a play immediately card,
Uh-oh.
Okay. What is
and
it?
it's a bad one.
Mm.
Magic item goes bye-bye.
Mm. Well, Jason doesn't have any magic items, so it falls to one of you two.
Read the card, Jace.
I put it in the pile. Let's see.
One of the PC's magic items disappears. Yep, that's
Oh.
right.
That's fine.
PC
I'll go through my crap and toss something out.
Okay, if you've got crap. Otherwise, I've still
I
got
do.
about. Yeah, I was going to say because I've still got about 10 decoder rings.
God damn.
That's probably the easiest thing. I should probably just, but hold on, because I got some other crap that I could really give a shit
You want to go outside?
Right.
Outside? You want to go outside?
No, sorry, 9 decoder rings.
Oh, the ring, the dull bone +1 learn ring goes away
Okay.
because fuck
yeah.
that thing anyway. It's cursed.
Yeah,
That's why no one
Yeah.
used it. Like, do you want a
yeah,
cursed
exactly.
ring?
With
No.
cursed. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right. So how do we deal with the cat next? All right. So bunny suits. We got. So first of all, there's a minefield we've got to get through or something.
Uh-huh.
Minefield, eh? Smurfs.
So the question is the minefield built for him or is it built to stop Smurfs getting in?
Hey, Logan, the minefield is built for Gargamel, not for the Smurfs, right?
Kind of both. Small mines. Definitely blow you up, ruin your day.
All right. Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. If it was built for the cat or Gargamel, then Smurfs, we shouldn't set them off because we're too small. We wouldn't weigh enough to set them off. However, if they're not built, if they're built for Smurfs as well, then yes, we still have to worry about them.
The big problem was Gargamel's cat. Like, we're so small that we can probably stealth once we get there, but the cat is a pain in the ass. Like, if we have to kill the cat, I don't give a fuck. But that cat's pretty dangerous.
Yeah. So how do we deal with the cat then? How did magic go in there? Did magic work all right or not?
Yes.
All right. So we either create something with catnip.
There's like cat toys there, and I would throw the cat toy, and the cat would actually go for the ball. That's how I
I'll just
distracted it so I could run across.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I was with someone that wasn't very stealthy, and so I think we had to fight for a little bit, and then we tricked it again, and then it walked off.
You were with Mildred.
Yeah.
Because I think
Not very
Mildred
stealthy.
ended up riding the cat for quite a while.
Speaking of catnip, normally I'd say you don't have enough, but I'm wondering if you couldn't substitute a 10-pound bag of marijuana for the catnip. I have no idea.
Silly question.
Yeah.
Actually, if something that we could potentially, a potential way we could deal with the cat if magic works there. I wonder how this would work. So your Smurf size, you activate Mechadoc. How big do you get?
Well, let's see. How big do you get now?
90 feet.
90 feet. So call it 30 meters. So you basically get 15 times as big. So 15 times 3 is 45. 45 apples tall is what you'd be. So what is that, child size?
Because if magic works, that might be the way to deal with the cat.
It's one possibility.
Well,
Mechadoc.
An apple's like 2 to 3 inches. So
Yeah.
hold on.
Math, our nemesis.
You said 45? I'd be 11.2 feet tall.
It should be big enough.
Yeah, I would. Like,
Pick
I'd be.
the cat up, throw it out the window.
Yeah.
Pick
Fucking throw
Gargamel
out
up,
the window too.
throw him out the window.
Yeah, I could beat the shit out of Gargamel and kill the cat.
Do we want to back up?
And that's if, because you never know. Like, I could become huge and kill myself as I become, huge sized and burst through the roof. And
Yeah, exactly.
destroy the-
Yeah.
If magic's
Watch
still
us.
working there.
There's
Is-
fucking
or the-
Smurf, yo. And a magic gate. I really fucking hope the magic works.
Otherwise, Gargamel wouldn't be messing about.
No, magic is on a willpower roll there, but you guys did make it before, but I'm sure you could make it work, right?
Is the tower lit up by spotlights and stuff, or is it just a surrounds?
It's surrounded by Smurfs.
Yeah, but what I mean is if we're at the base of the tower, how lit up is it?
Can I have a memory roll and describe it to him?
Sure.
The only reason I'm asking is that if we're concerned about
Sure,
if you're
got
going to
it.
suddenly get 30 meters tall or whatever, you do it before we climb the tower.
It'd totally be noticed.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
trying. Yeah, right. So
Yeah,
if you totally
the-
knows that side, then it's not worth. Yeah.
Yeah, the Smurfs are paranoid that Gargamel is going to come out and capture and eat them and stuff. And so his house in the middle of the Smurf city is carefully monitored. But if you're Smurf size, climbing up these fucking death vines and shit, you should be able to get up there. But the problem is, and one reason why you might want to forego the safety precautions and just climb like mad is because you only have a limited amount of time before you're spotted by floodlights and shit that they continuously have tracing around.
Sounds pretty hairy.
Mm-hmm.
I call it the zone everybody fucking hates, but keeps going back to.
So, do we want a backup for dealing with the cat, just in case, or just if you're not feeling comfortable trying Mechadoc?
I honestly think that we can either sneak past it or kill the shit out of it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know how sneaky I'm going to be in a giant bunny suit.
No. Once we get to the vines, we basically strip off the suits, so we're not hindered by them when climbing.
Gotcha.
It's basically we need the suits to get past the Smurfs. Once we're past the Smurfs, we don't need the suits because we don't want. Yeah.
Okay.
If we're spotted in bunny suits or if we're spotted not in bunny suits, they're still going to react potentially the same way if we're climbing or whatever.
So we want to get in there, get past the cat. If we
Get
have
onto
to fight the cat, how are we going to go about doing that?
Tooth and claw. No. We stab it with our steely knives until we kill the beast.
What happens if we bring firearms in there? Do they travel?
They probably would because the Smurfs and the Kepler elves are using guns to fight each other.
Mm.
We know that for a fact because the Kepler elves were building guns and bombs in in Santa's workshop.
Oh.
Welcome to the insanity, my friend.
Which is one of the ways I thought, I wonder if we could fly in on Santa's sleigh to there.
Seems possible.
Except for the anti-aircraft lights and anti-aircraft guns, etc.
Yeah. Let's scratch that.
Yeah, especially if we got Rudolph and what's that glowing red object up there? All right.
Like we might be able to trick it with the marijuana. Like that might be a good thing to try too.
Oh yeah. Bring them along a backpack full of that.
Yeah, but how we could convince him to eat it though.
You throw it to him. It's a cat.
Stuff it inside a big animal, stuffed animal. Let's make a big cat toy.
Oh, the planning.
So big cat toy with the weed inside.
Yep.
And then
Assault rifles.
well, for you,
Grenades.
it would do me no good.
Yeah, for you. I'll be in close and personal, unfortunately. Or a shot. Oh, actually, no. I could use a shotgun, but the problem is if we start using weapons, that's likely to summon the boss.
Yeah, that's why we need to
don't
be
want.
quiet.
Yeah, so we need to do it quietly.
Silence
and then we need
rifle.
we need to wait for him to go away, and then we need to get up to where the book is, up on the pedestal or table or wherever the hell he keeps it.
Table.
So that's going to be the next. That's going to be the other bit. So we potentially will need rope and stuff for that, unless there's easy furniture to climb up on to get up there.
So, you ready to rock?
How did you get up there the last time, Doc? Can you recall it all?
I think I just used. I think we could, if we bring a grappling
Spaceship?
hook and rope, we should be fine. No spaceship.
No, that would be an amusing way of getting there.
That'd be fucking different.
If only we could do invisibility on a vehicle. All right. We shall. All right. So we need to get to the entrance to where it is. So we'll need cold weather gear or the Santa suits to get across to there.
The Santa suits are gone, destroyed, but there is cold weather gear, I believe.
The new Santa suits that Mildred and I got made.
And that
It's
got used
ready.
for 3 months in a row, lived
No.
in every day.
No.
Not by
These
you
were the-
guys.
Okay, so the second set's also been destroyed, has it?
But there is some modern day, 2000s cold weather gear in one of the storages. You'll have to figure out which one. I'm not sure where they put them.
Oh, well, there's the cold weather gear
They're
that
the PC house because that's where we were last.
Then they're here.
the cold weather gear that I purchased back when Gotham was still in the 21st century.
Okay. So you're ready to rock then. You've got your cold weather gear.
And go and
Climbing gear.
get the climbing gear.
Climbing gear, grappling hook. Yeah, somebody's got that shit here. No problem.
Yep.
They hook you up.
I've got modern climbing gear.
Well, yours is better than what they have. They're like, would you like this shit? And you're like, I'll take the grappling hook. Everything else is horrible.
So you mentioned it needs to be quiet. Do you have any firearms with silencers?
No.
Not anymore.
No.
We used to have pistols with silencers, but they went bye-bye.
Yeah. I'm decent with a sword. But other than that, assault rifles and pistols.
All right, well, let's hope we don't need to use that because that'll summon Gargamel, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Then again, it depends on how loud it is outside too, because I mean we're going to be small size, so I mean it'll still make noise. I'm sure he'll have sonar and shit, so he'll hear it.
Did you
That's
still
just the
have
way it works.
Did you have a magic bowling ball, or you lost your one, or you
No, I
went
never
there
got
when
it.
they got the?
I'm learning enough shit. I don't need to learn how to throw a ball around too.
Okay. I just noticed there was one at the Australian Embassy.
Magic bowling ball. Those words rattle through Raslin's mind, looking for something to latch onto that makes sense.
We're not the mystery men. Are we done?
No.
Can we go?
And some bolt cutters in case the keys are missing for the padlocks inside the container.
I like it.
Okay. Got it.
And away we go.
Right. Talk me through it. You guys head over to Clem's.
So we opened the book up.
You're going to have to start a lot earlier than that, my friend.
Damn.
Clem's,
Nice kitty,
Burlington,
nice kitty.
bomb shelter.
Okay, the bomb shelter.
Crawl, 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 crawl.
Roll, crawl, crawl, crawl. Okay, let's see.
Stagger, fall over, get stabbed.
Stumble.
Yep,
Roll.
yep. That was a highly underrated movie.
I burned some incense in my beard. Shit, I don't have a beard. My face is on fire.
Everything is lava. Let's see here.
You might want to see a doctor.
I am. I look in the mirror.
By the way, as I go, I'll drop the cards off at the
Embassy. Got it.
Embassy, just as an aside, just to make sure
No problem.
they're and stated.
So you guys head over to Burlington. From there, they take you down Elm Street to the last house on the block. There's some old guy peering at you suspiciously from the house. Get off my lawn, he says.
Okay.
We wave at him.
They wave at him and ignore him and go around back. At the back, you see him hurry over to the back window and look out. He's got some sort of bomb shelter set up there, very 1950s. They open up a big submarine hatch-looking thing. And it's one of those hatches with the big round wheels and stuff. And they open it up, and it's super cold-looking tunnel and stuff with this big ladder that goes down into darkness. It's at this point they all realize they forgot light sources.
I pull out my dildo of magic light. Does it work here? Or do I have to make a willpower roll?
Oh, you got to make a willpower roll in Burlington, my friend.
Is it 1 or 2?
Roll really low, and I'll look it up.
That's ×2.
God damn it, I'll look it up. Let's see. Burlington, you and your bloody willpower. Let's see. Magic. ×1, sir.
Okay, so it doesn't work. I go to the old man's house. Do you have a flashlight I could use?
Get off my lawn.
I go to his house and I get a flashlight and I come back out.
I was going to say we go to Super Duper Mart, get a flashlight and some spare, get a couple of flashlights, spare batteries.
They don't have flashlights at the Super Duper Mart. They've never had flashlights at the
No, they have kerosene lanterns there.
Well, actually, those are at Hardware Corner.
Does Hardware Corner have flashlights?
No, they have the kerosene lanterns, the ones that are famous from Burlington, with lots and lots of flammable kerosene that goes inside of them. Coleman lanterns, they're called.
Yay. I grab a couple. Let's go.
You guys then angrily take the Coleman lanterns. The old guy didn't actually have a flashlight. He had nothing good. But then you take your Coleman lanterns, get them lit up with Wrestling Rad's matches, and you come over and look down the ladder. It looks like it goes further than light.
All right, I go down.
Give me a climb roll +20 or take lots of damage from going, I'm still falling. Lordy, help me. I'm still falling down the ladder. Oh, Lord, the rungs are slippery. Oh.
I grab the sides and slide down.
No problem. Right. Next. Who's going next?
All right, I'll go next.
Right. Give me a climb roll +20 or fall down the slippery metal ladder into darkness, screaming, possibly to crush Fulton.
There you go.
Oh, tell them how to do the +20 thing, guys.
Yeah, so in the modifier, just put 20, don't put a plus. If you put a plus, for some reason, it doesn't like it. It's fine if you're using a minus, but a plus, you just put 20 in there.
Wrestling Red grabs the sides of the ladder and goes, wee! And then McKay goes, wee! And Wrestling Red goes, wee! Oh, no! I gotta get off this thing quick when I can. Right, you guys get down to the bottom.
All right, you should now have 2 more tarot cards on you.
Not yet.
You've told us it was partway down the ladder.
Yeah. All right. And the new tarot cards for Wrestling Rad. Bing. He's like, as soon as you land, he gets off and goes, give me my tarot cards, boy. And you bring me my tarot cards, boy. Let's see. You pick up the Hermit and the 9 of Cups.
Yeah, it's a good one.
If you just want to throw them at McHale, make him write them down. Good on you. Right. So here it's a really cold tunnel, big enough for even a fat person to go through. Let's see. It's the air is so cold that your hands would shake if you weren't wearing the super duper modern warm clothing and stuff. They begin to take you through the tunnel until they get to a natural land bridge that doesn't look all that strong. It crosses a 15-meter wide gap with no sides super close by to hang on to. How would you like to try to cross it, Mr. Fulton, Dr. Fulton, who is first up in the line?
I slide across.
How do we do this?
You do what?
I slide across.
You could just walk over it carefully, or you could run over it, or you could try to ballerina away across it.
I'll walk across.
Give me a climb roll +30% to simply walk across this thing without going, whoa, and pitching yourself into darkness.
And what is this he's crawling across?
Looks like a natural land bridge that doesn't look that strong. They're going through one at a time on this. He gets across it. Give me if you'd like to crawl on your hands and knees, you could do that, or you could be all foolishly brave and walk across it like he did.
Now, I can't recall if it's this one or the next one. It goes, just so you know, for future information, in case you ever need it. Rosalind, it goes to the land of the, there's a gate to the land of lost there.
So, how are you trying to cross it? Walking or crawling?
I'll walk.
Give me a climb roll +30% to simply walk across it. They seem to know this area well enough that they despise it. You wander across it, right? And McKay, he also walks across it. And eventually you get to a place where there's minecart tracks. They look super old and like they haven't been used in forever. Eventually you get to a 7-meter wide gap in the land with a pit into darkness. Rotting timber is bent with rusty metal tracks precariously crossing it. Like something opened up and kind of shifted the land, and the metal minecart things are still going across it. If you want to do the slow climb thing, you can do that, or you could say "fuck it" and just walk over it like a tightrope walker. You're at a +10 for climbing across it. You easily make it. He balances himself carefully and slowly slides across it. Who's next?
Okay, I will attempt to do it like
Well,
he did.
if you want, we can have a rope around your waist, and in case you slip, so that we can stop you from falling to your death.
Ah, that's a good idea.
But he wants to fall to his death. Why can't you let him?
We
live
have
his own
climbing
life?
harnesses, etc., as well with the climbing gear, so
I'll be right back.
we don't need to worry about the whole annoying knot tying stuff.
Aw, but you built up your knot tying skill.
No, I haven't.
The funny thing is, in real life, Jason's done a lot of mountain climbing and shit, so he actually knows all kinds of fucking knots and stuff.
All right.
There he goes. Okay, and over to Holmes.
Yay!
Holmes immediately pitches himself in and tries to die. I think that you might be holding on to the other end of the rope there, Wrestling, which is convenient because Chris is fucked off down the tunnel.
I got you, mate.
Go ahead and give me a strength roll. Lower is better.
If you want, I'll spend a hero point before you make your strength roll, because I don't know what your strength's like.
It's a good time to build up that strength.
I've got it maxed out, but it's only a 60.
Ooh. I mean, the worst that will happen is he might say, too heavy, and just cut the rope.
Oh, I got you, mate.
Oh, yeah.
No
He
worries.
pulled you back up. A lot of
Thank
hero
you.
shots of Wrestling Rad pulling you up.
As I'm pulling him up, look at those bulging muscles.
Remind me to arm wrestle you one day.
Eventually, you guys continue down the tunnel, and there's a faint howling noise. You get to a boarded up mine that looks like somebody pretty much just bashed out some of the boards and stuff. And on the other side, it looks like you're on top of a hill in an evergreen forest. It's snowing. The snow looks like it's soft and about waist high, and gosh, it's cold as fuck here.
It's cold as fuck here.
Mhm.
Yeah. We need to go over to the ridges over there. Past there's
Yeah.
a town over there. We need to go to the ridge.
Give me a
And
simple navigation roll, or you could use direction sense to find that shit.
Navigation.
Can
it will
I
be
support?
yeah.
Yes.
Navigation
You
land.
might want to head that way. Even though I've never been here.
I was gonna say nobody's got a map and stuff. He's just pointing in the darkness. Well, I think it's that way. Doc Fulton stares nobly off in the distance, claiming he'll just follow you to wherever you go and get angry about it later.
Nice.
Wrestling Rat seems to know.
So how does that work then? I give him a modifier with that?
Yes,
Yeah.
he that's his plus 5%.
Cool.
I'm going to assume that Doc Fulton actually tells you where it is, because otherwise neither of you bitches would get a roll.
Well, I've actually been here, and I've actually been to the ridges. I've just not gone
thank
into
God.
the Smurf cave, because the other cave on the ridge is where Santa where Santa is.
Oh, right. And so
and the Alex, Doc, and myself spent a bit of time exploring around this area